Thanks, Colin. It was a very good weekend for us. We're really excited. We kind of talked to our kids. We got to protect home courts, and we started out Friday night playing Illinois State, who they're down a little bit, but compared to last year, they're really playing hard. They got a couple senior posts. They're doing a nice job, and we came out, jumped up 9-0, and they made a little run, but I was really proud of our team. I think the key for that Illinois State game was the balance that we had offensively, and that's what we've been looking for all year. We know that Madison and Amber have carried us, but to get 4 in double figures, be led by Steph Davison, she had 15 points, probably her best game of the season. That was huge for our confidence. That's huge for our team going forward. And as Colin mentioned, we then were able to get to 5-1 in conference with a win yesterday against Indiana State. Wasn't the prettiest game at times. The shooting percentage kind of reflected the weather outside. I think once again we started strong. Defensively, we played very well. We were up 6-0. Next thing you know, we went through a rut, and I think Coach DeJody said we missed 19 straight shots. So as a basketball coach, that's never a good thing, as I'm sure Jake would echo. But what we're really proud of is our kids being veterans. They did not panic. We did not allow our inefficiency on the offensive end to affect our defensive effort, and we were down 6 at half. Jen Keitel hit a huge three-pointer. We were down 9. Hit a huge 3 at the end of the half. Took a little momentum into the locker room, and then we really played as good a solid all-around second half as we have all year. Held Indiana State to 16 points. They were down a couple of kids with injuries, but they have a very nice team playing hard. But we were able to come back and get an 11-point victory, led by Madison and Amber. They weren't as efficient as they have been on the offensive end, but they both got to double figures, 14 and 13, and then Jen had 12 rebounds, and it was a good weekend for us. It's important, as you get into the grind, that you got to protect home court. If you're going to try and stay in the top half of the conference, which we have positioned ourselves right now, you've got to take care of home court. We slipped up earlier in the year against Southern Illinois, but really liked the response, and it was good for us. And now, we got our toughest stretch because we got 3 straight on the road, starting with a really good Drake team on Sunday, as Colin mentioned. So we like where we're at. Drake presents a lot of challenges, in-state rivalry. Jackie Kalen is now assistant there, so that's kind of bittersweet to go against her, but she's doing a great job getting adjusted to the coaching style of things, and we're excited to head down to Des Moines. But it's really good for our starters and all our kids to get a couple extra days rest. We took today off. We'll take tomorrow off, and then we'll get to work on Wednesday. And glad to only have 1 game this week, kind of get our legs back and see what we can do moving ahead. So right now, I'll see if there's any questions.
Outside of the in-state rivalry, what kind of challenges does Drake pose?
Well, they're the best offensive team in the league, bar none. They can really shoot the basketball. They can really spread you out. Lizzie Wendell is probably the best player in the league. Madison Dean. Caitlin Engel makes them go at the point guard position. They have a freshman in Sarah Ryan, who we recruited, who is just doing a terrific job. I think she's leading the league in field goal percentage and scoring in double figures. So it's really on the offensive end. And then defensively, they're going to play mostly zone, and they're going to present a lot of three-point opportunities. We got to do a good job getting Jen involved. We did not have Jen a year ago, and Drake was able to sweep us. But we got to take advantage of her on the offensive end, and we're going to have to hit shots. You're not in the Knapp Center. You're not going to hold Drake down. So we know that. We're going to have to be able to put the ball in the hoop, and if we do that, we can keep it close in the fourth quarter. Then you try and steal one on the road, because in conference play, knowing that they have to come here in February, if somehow we could come out and steal that one on the road, that would build a lot of momentum going into the next week with 2 more road games.
Isn't this a clash of styles of play, too, with how Drake wants to play and you guys play?
No, absolutely. This, Gary, is probably as big a clash of styles as there is in our conference. I think Tanya mentioned to me that Drake's leading the league in scoring, and we're leading in scoring defense. So Chris is echoing, so I know that that's correct, because he's pretty good with his statistics. So it is clash of style. I mean, but we are both veteran teams now, and we've got to score the ball a little bit better than we have, and they're going to probably have to slow us down a little bit, and it's going to be who can dictate. We want to run, we want to push the basketball, but at the same time we got to find opportunities to make them play in the half court, because they are terrific in the full court. So if we can make it a half court game at the same time, make some threes, we got to hang around and then try and steal one on the road. You're not going to go into Drake and win by double digits very often. So we got to be able to grind it out, 4-quarter basketball game, and see if we can steal one on the road and keep this winning streak going. It's kind of fun.
Going back to defense and Sunday's game in particular, what does it say about this team and what it can do on that end? That you can miss 19 straight shots at one point and still be in the game and come up winning it?
Well, as a coach, that's brings a lot of optimism because you know that your kids are not allowing what's happening on the offensive end to affect their defense. And that's what happens with young teams. We do not have a young team. We have a veteran team. We have high expectations this year. Our kids have high expectations. But they really do a great job. I know, Chris, you've mentioned this. We're really good on those 36-hour preps where we play Friday night, then we play Sunday afternoon. And we basically had an hour walkthrough on Saturday, and we put in our game plan. And to be honest with you, our kids did a terrific job. I mean, they scored 42 points, and they were minus two nice players. But, you know, they hit some three-pointers they don't normally hit, you know. So it was really good to see our kids lock in and to hold a team like Indiana State to 16 points in the second half when we easily could have been ducking our heads. That's very encouraging, and we just got to keep it up because, you know, right now there's 4 teams tied at the top with 1 loss, but it's really not about looking at the standings as much as about surviving, getting better so you can position yourself towards the end of February and early March, because we all know the biggest thing is going to be what happens down at the tournament at the iWireless Center this year.
You've also had a lot of close games the last several years against